Hey guys, welcome back. Wanted to give you guys a look at the Crock Pot Express Crock Multi-Cooker. This is the direct competitor to Instant Pot, so we were curious about it. So we wanted to see what it was like. Check out the links, top left-hand corner and also below our video. Here you can find the specifications of the product as well as make a purchase if you like what you see in this review. So let's take a look at what's inside the box. So here we see that it's well packed. It's got plenty of packaging to prevent it from being damaged in transit. Here's the power cord. And the actual pot is in here. So let's see if I can get this out. It also comes with a very handy recipe book. Very cool. We will be looking at this later on. And then, of course, the owner's guide, which I'm sure will have very valuable information. And then just a little bit more packaging material. So, getting that out of the way, let's remove the wrappings and see what we got. So on first inspection, the actual pot itself is not too heavy. Pretty good weight, but it feels sturdy. It feels like it could withstand a lot of use. This looks like a pressure valve, and the top is made of a very sturdy plastic, and the cover twists off to reveal the inside. Here you see the sealing ring, which helps the lid stay sealed while it builds up pressure. And then there's the pressure valve. It comes with a little rice scoop and also a steaming rack. Very cool. So, between the steaming rack, the rice scoop, and then of course you have the inner pots. Now I will say I am very happy to see that this is a non-stick interior, which is kind of cool. The Instant Pot does not have this. Theirs is stainless steel. So it depends on what you prefer. This would definitely make sauteing things a lot easier. So pretty cool so far. Let's check out the pot itself. We've got a heating element inside. It's pretty simple, okay? And obviously this is what keeps what is used to heat up the food. And then you've got the controls. Let me see here. So you've got different settings: meat stew, beans and chili, rice and risotto, yogurt. You can even make yogurt in this. I didn't know that. Slow cook, steam, pressure adjust, poultry, dessert, soup, multigrain, saute, brown, and then keep warm. So very similar to the Instant Pot, but we're gonna take a look and see how the other pieces fit together. So here's our initial test for the Crock Pot Multi-Cooker. So what I've done is I've actually cut a roast in half, seasoned it with some really simple spices: salt, pepper, garlic powder. And so we're going to try out the multi-cooker and see how it works. So the first thing I noticed was all the pieces fit together really well. Of course, it needs to. It's really easy to use. There are little arrows and indicators for how the pieces are supposed to fit together, so that helped a lot. So as you can see here, the crock pot is currently locked. And so you want to twist it this way so it becomes unlocked, and that's how you take off the lid. So you're going to take off the lid, and you're going to see inside is going to be the inner pot. And this is where, of course, you cook your food. So for a roast, usually what I do is I brown it inside the pot first. And I notice there's a little bit of water in there because we've been washing it. So I'm going to wipe it out and just make sure that the inside is dry. So that way when I put oil in it, it doesn't splatter. So what I'll do is turn it on to saute and brown and just let it heat up for a little bit. I think it'll give me a beep when it tells me it's hot enough. So we're gonna wait a few minutes. So now our pressure cooker is starting to heat up, and it's already reached the temperature where it needs to be so I can brown my meat. I did notice that I didn't hit the start button after I hit the saute button, so you need to do that in order for it to start heating up. And since this was our first use, it did take a little bit longer for it to heat up to saute heat. I had to check the user's manual for the instructions on that. So this is very handy. Definitely refer to this when you're using your pressure cooker from Crock Pot. So now that our pot is heated up, I'm going to add a little bit of oil, and then I'm going to brown my meat. And as I said, I really like how this is non-stick. I don't have to worry about the food sticking to the pot. I think that's a really nice feature. I just have to be careful when I wash the pot because Teflon, or when you wash non-stick ware, it sometimes it can scratch. So we don't want to cook our meat through. We just want to brown it a little bit for some flavor. While that's browning, I've got an onion. Ready? So now we're going to flip the roast. See how the meat is nice and brown. And at this point, I'm just going to add my onions. And my potatoes. Woo! It does splatter a little bit. And that's it. Once we have all that in there, we're going to wait. We're going to, not wait, we're going to turn off the pressure cooker. And then we're going to seal it up. And we're going to line up the arrows. And lock it in. Okay, and now we're going to set the pressure cooker. So what I'm going to do is go to meat, and then I want to make my meat cook a little bit longer. So I'm going to put it for 40 minutes, and at high pressure, and I'm going to hit start, and that's it. Now we wait for 40 minutes. We make sure that the pressure valve is set at not releasing because we want the pressure to build up, obviously. So once the meat finishes cooking after 40 minutes, I'm going to give it another 20 for the pressure to naturally release, and then we'll see how the stew comes out. You know what? I did forget one thing, the beef broth. So I'm going to hit stop, open it back up. Just put a little bit in there. Lid goes back on. Lock it up. Hit meat and stew. And I changed my mind. I think I'll leave it at 35 degrees or 35 minutes and then hit start. And that's it. We'll see how it turns out. Our roast is done, so we're going to open up the pressure cooker. Let me see. There we go. All right, check it out. The roast is nice, it's gorgeous, and so now we're going to put the carrots in there. I like to put the carrots in after the roast is done because if you put it in for the whole time at the beginning, they get too mushy. So let's put the lid back on, and the cool part is these carrots will be done in just a few minutes. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna lock that back up. and we're gonna put it on meat and stew again, but only for, let's say 5 minutes. Oh, it's only gonna let me go to 15. Okay, and that's fine. So we'll just hit start and we'll wait. So now our carrots are ready. As you saw before, the timer wouldn't let us go past 15 minutes. It wouldn't go less than 15 minutes. So I just timed it for about 5 minutes since carrots cook pretty fast in a pressure cooker. So now that it's gone on for about 5 minutes, I'm going to release the pressure. Now use a utensil to release the pressure because what comes out is very hot. So we're gonna wait for that to release. And once that releases, we'll be able to get the lid off and we'll be able to plate our roast. Okay, there it goes. There we go. So let's see how everything turned out. Check out the carrots, they're not too mushy. Roast. Meat looks really tender, nice and moist. And there we have it. So I'm very happy with the results with our first dish made by the Crock Express multi-cooker from Crock-Pot. So our next video is going to be a side-by-side comparison of the Instant Pot and the Crock-Pot multi-cooker. So stay tuned, we'll have that video in a few weeks. We're gonna go enjoy this roast now. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next time. Before I go, also check out the links below the video and also on the upper left-hand corner. And that way you can take a look again at the specifications and also to purchase the product if you like what you saw on the review. So leave any comments in the comment section and we'll see you again soon.